Keanu Reeves' presence in Hollywood is unlike any other. His name resonates like a quiet echo in a storm, carrying with it a calmness that feels almost otherworldly. For more than 5 decades, he has navigated fame without being consumed by it, maintaining a humility that contrasts sharply with the world of ego and spectacle around him. While tabloids often emphasize the tragedies he has endured, family abandonment, the loss of loved ones, devastating grief, it is the way he responds to life's cruelties that defines him. He moves through the world not as a victim of circumstance, but as someone who has chosen gentleness over bitterness, compassion over anger. From playing a digital messiah in The Matrix to a vengeful assassin in John Wick, the heroism displayed on screen mirrors, in some small measure, the resilience he practices off-screen. Reeves embodies a rare form of strength, surviving life's hardships without surrendering his humanity. The abandonment that shaped his early years. Keanu Charles Reeves was born on September 2, 1964, in Beirut, Lebanon, a name meaning cool breeze over the mountains. His father, Samuel Nolan Reeves Jr., was a geologist of Chinese-Hawaiian descent, and his mother, Patricia Taylor, an English showgirl and costume designer, promised a life filled with stability and love. But when Keanu was 3, his father disappeared without explanation, leaving no farewell, no reasoning, no blueprint for understanding fatherhood or stability. The absence was both physical and emotional, creating a void that would shape much of his perception of love and attachment. Years later, a single meeting at age 13 provided no closure, only a brief encounter with a stranger wearing his father's face. The loss left him to navigate a world where love could vanish unexpectedly, instilling a cautious but deeply empathetic view of human connection that would inform his character both on and off screen. Childhood of movement and instability. After his father's departure, Keanu's childhood was marked by constant movement. Patricia relocated the family across continents, Sydney, New York, and finally Toronto, never allowing roots to take hold. Each new city was a temporary refuge, and each stepfather a transient figure who appeared and disappeared like a passing storm. Much of his upbringing was handled by grandparents and nannies, who provided a semblance of stability through meals, celebrations, and daily care. School was often a battleground. Dyslexia made learning a struggle, and clashes with authority led to his expulsion from Atkinson School of the Arts. Yet, amid chaos, he found refuge on the ice rink. As a hockey goalie, earning the nickname The Wall, he absorbed hits to protect his team, finding in the sport a metaphor for life, shielding others while standing against the storm, learning endurance and resilience in physical form. Theatre, an escape that became a calling. If hockey taught Keanu how to withstand physical impact, theatre taught him how to survive emotionally. Acting became a lifeline, a way to inhabit other lives and escape the instability surrounding him. On stage, he discovered a world where he could momentarily step outside his own hardships, a place where he could channel pain into performance rather than succumb to it. At 17, he dropped out of school and moved to Los Angeles, determined to forge a life through acting alone. Survival became intertwined with performance. He slept on couches, took odd jobs, and endured endless audition rejections, each one a quiet test of endurance. His first film role in Youngblood as a goalie reflected both life imitating art and fate repeating itself, allowing him to turn the lessons of the rink into a new arena for survival, resilience, and eventual recognition. The first break, from comedy to action, Keanu's breakthrough came in 1986 with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. What should have been a forgettable teen comedy became a showcase of his earnest charm and subtle charisma. His portrayal of Ted Theodore Logan captured hearts, marking him as a rising star. Following this, roles in Point Break and Speed cemented his status in Hollywood. The latter, a high-octane action film that grossed over $350 million, was both a professional triumph and a personal test. The demands of stunts, training, and media attention placed his mind and body under strain. Yet, in that moment, Reeves realized that success brought visibility, but also immense responsibility and pressure. He had reached the pinnacle of his career, but each achievement reminded him of the sacrifices endured along the way. The constant movement, the grief, the longing for stability. A pattern that would shape his choices both in art and in life. River Phoenix, friendship that became grief. In 1989, Keanu formed a profound friendship with River Phoenix, a bond forged in shared sensitivity and disillusionment with Hollywood's superficiality. They connected over motorcycles, spiritual ideas, and a sense of being misunderstood. When My Own Private Idaho offered a role, Keanu even rode 1,300 miles on his motorcycle to persuade River to join him, reflecting the depth of their loyalty. Tragedy struck on October 31st, 1993, when Phoenix died from a drug overdose at 23. Keanu, filming Speed at the time, was engulfed in grief so intense it felt as if life itself had paused. The loss of a dear friend plunged him into a depression where the world seemed both cruel and incomprehensible. His sorrow was visible to colleagues and co-stars, marking the first of many personal trials that would quietly define his resilience and capacity for compassion. A decade of care, sister, and philanthropy before River's death, Keanu's life was deeply shaped by his sister Kim's leukemia diagnosis in 1991. For a decade, he became her primary caretaker, selling property to be closer to her, managing medical treatments, cooking meals, and providing unwavering support. This period of intense personal devotion revealed a side of him largely invisible to the public, the quiet heroism of care without expectation. When wealth from the Matrix afforded him philanthropic opportunities, he donated $31.5 million to leukemia research anonymously. This pattern, dedicating resources and time to alleviate suffering without seeking recognition, became a hallmark of his character. Through this, Keanu learned the power of sustained love, that it could save, sustain, and offer hope even when circumstances seemed unbearable, reinforcing his belief that life's value is measured in service to others. The child who never took a breath. In 1999, Keanu faced a heartbreak no wealth or fame could cushion. He and Jennifer Syme were expecting a daughter, Ava Archer Sim Reeves, but she was stillborn on Christmas Eve. The loss of a child is a grief uniquely unshareable, and the weight of it fractured their relationship, though love remained. Every shared glance reminded them of what never was, and weeks later, they separated. Not from absence of care, but because sorrow had become a third, insistent presence in their lives. The experience left Keanu navigating a world that had taken the most intimate form of hope he had known. This tragedy deepened his understanding of life's fragility and the quiet courage required to continue caring deeply when faced with irrevocable loss. The second loss, love, taken. Too soon. 18 months after Ava's death, tragedy struck again. Jennifer Syme was killed in a car accident on April 2, 2001, at age 28. The abruptness and finality compounded Keanu's grief, reinforcing that the world does not offer mercy, warning, or predictability. He had spent the day with her, made contact, and yet life moved independently of their plans. As a pallbearer, he watched someone he loved dearly laid to rest alongside a child they never knew. This sequence of grief intensified the understanding that human suffering is both random and relentless, yet it also highlighted the capacity for resilience, continuing to move forward, to care, and to live with empathy despite repeated heartbreak. Finding peace through work and compassion for Keanu, acting remained a means of survival rather than mere distraction. His craft allowed him to channel grief and retain purpose. Grief, he realized, does not vanish. It transforms. Through decades of interviews and interactions, he emphasizes that enduring love, the act of being missed, and the quiet bonds we leave behind form true immortality. There are no grand philosophical claims, just a simple truth. Love endures in memory and presence. Reeves's dedication to kindness, his refusal to let bitterness dominate, and his modest lifestyle demonstrate that personal values can coexist with fame. His work and compassion are intertwined, both acts of survival and deliberate choices to embody the human potential for generosity, even amidst personal suffering. Love, later in life. A quiet partnership. After years marked by profound loss, Keanu found companionship in Alexandra Grant. Their relationship, made public in 2019 after a decade of friendship, is emblematic of a slower, steadier approach to intimacy. Their bond is not performative. It is a partnership of equals who respect each other's lives and creativity. Together, they collaborate on art, attend galleries, and engage in life with mutual support rather than public spectacle. Keanu's approach to love mirrors his approach to life, measured, kind, and mindful of the past without being defined by it. Their relationship demonstrates that even after profound heartbreak, human connection is possible, built not on completion, but on shared understanding, respect, and steady companionship. A life defined by giving, not taking. Today, at 60, Keanu Reeves is a paradox: immense wealth, yet modest living; global fame, yet extraordinary humility. With an estimated net worth of $380 million, he avoids extravagance and remains deeply connected to the everyday lives of those around him. He rides subways, offers seats to strangers, buys meals for the homeless, and quietly supports colleagues and crews. His creativity extends beyond film through Arch Motorcycle Company, yet his humanity is what defines him. Acts of generosity, bonuses for crew members, motorcycles for stunt teams, are given without expectation or attention. His life exemplifies the principle that the true measure of a person is not in accumulation, but in the alleviation of others' burdens, showing that gentleness and thoughtfulness are forms of enduring strength. Conclusion: strength refined by loss. Keanu Reeves' story is not a conventional tale of triumph over tragedy. It is a meditation on survival, resilience, and the quiet heroism of living with grace. Tragedy has been constant in his life, yet he has chosen kindness over bitterness, humility over ego, and compassion over cynicism. His life teaches that courage is not always loud or visible. It can be the steadfast refusal to let life's hardships harden the heart. In a world that often rewards spectacle over substance, Keanu remains an exemplar of gentleness, proving that surviving is a necessary step toward truly living. If his journey inspires belief in second chances, quiet dignity, or the extraordinary power of human kindness, it confirms what his life has always suggested: that hope can endure even in the shadow of profound sorrow.